Welcome, thank you for joining me. My name is Kristen. I am a physiotherapist and a group instructor. My aim with this channel is to get you some good qualified workout for you to do at home or anywhere where you please to do it. Today's session we are going to use a little bit of equipment. We're going to use a step bench, we're going to use exercise mat and a set of dumbbells. My dumbbell is 7 kilo each and that will be 15 pounds. Your step bench you can put in different kind of levels, so please choose one where it fits you the best. We have 3 blocks. In each block we have 4 exercises. We're going to work with the time frame of 1 minute and 15 seconds for the next exercise. 3 of the exercises in each block are going to be strength focused exercise, and the 4th and the final is going to be a pulse focused exercise. So we're going to work them one after each other for 3 rounds all together. Have a bit of a water break, and then we have 2 more blocks with the same setup with of course different kind of exercises. So by the end of this session you have been using your full body and you have turned yourself into a great calorie burning machine, keeping your muscle tissue and boosting your metabolism. So this is just a winner, and let's go. I will help you and guide you and make sure you do it with the best possible quality, and I will make sure to show you different kind of modification along the way, and some of the exercises you can of course do if you don't have a step bench. We will start out by a short warm-up, and you can use the bench or you can just do some jumping on the floor, but just join me and let's go, and let me guide you. Ready to do a short warm-up. So you're gonna step up with your right leg. So stepping up and back down again. So sort of like walking up and down. Moving our arms and keeping your chest up. And by now you are engaging your core muscle and your pelvic floor. So we're inhaling and exhaling. Go for another 4 and 3 and 2, and we then turn it into a knee. So lifting up, and even though we're moving that knee up, we are still keeping our back in a nice great alignment. So no bending in your lower back. That is the easiest point. If you are lifting up your chest, then you're going into that good position. Lifting, and we're gonna go for 1 and 2 and 1 more, and stepping up on our opposite leg. So starting out by your right leg, now you're on your left leg. So easy up and easy down again. Feeling that your pulse is a bit elevated by now. Heart rate is coming up, getting yourself ready for the workout. Turning this into a high knee, lifting up. So all the time, feel like you are walking, stepping up, alternative between each leg. For another 4 and 3 and 2. Stepping down on the floor, doing a side step touch, pushing your arms forward and bring them back again, and engage your muscle between your shoulder blades, squeezing. Feel like you are pulling in a band, so pushing back and pushing forward. Actually, it's pulling back and pushing forward. Let's go for another 4 and 3 and 2, tapping up on the bench. Just a little bit of your foot up and swinging your arms. And light, slight tapping, and we're gonna do a crossover, making a rotation in our upper body, getting our spine to work as well. So loosening up, let your shoulders come down and away from your ears. No stressing, just this time for you to do a great job, and twisting for another 4 and 3 and 2 and the final one. Getting into center, going all the way down, moving upwards and pushing back and up again. So engaging those core muscle. And remember, your spine is all the way up to the top of your head. So let that head follow along. Shoulders coming back. And let's go for another 2. Slowly down, moving up. And 1 final, staying here, just doing a slight push from one side to the other one, getting a dynamic stretch in your inner thighs, just keeping those hands nice and tight on your thighs, and doing a bit of a rotation with your upper body. Ask yourself if you have great good contact with your ab muscle, so pushing that in a bit, and 4 and 3 and 2, and just one more for each side, getting into center and moving up. So grab a bit of water and then make sure you have your dumbbells, your step bench, of course you have that for the warm-up, and your exercise mat. The first exercise we're going to use are dumbbells. So we are just going to put them on top of our shoulders, and I'm going to turn my step bench so it will be easier for you to see. So we're going to work for that 1 minute and 15 seconds for the next exercise. So we are going to step up on our right leg, doing a lunges, and we are going to move that knee up, back again. So up we go and down again. Try to keep that knee behind your toe, sitting down, and the reason why we're using the bench is that we can go a little bit further down, putting that glute muscle to a stretch. So we are ready with the dumbbells, and I'm going to put the timer on for that 1 minute, 3 rounds, and in the rest period I will show you the next exercise. So counting down from 10 here, resting your dumbbells on top of your shoulders, putting right leg up on top of the bench, lifting up with your left heel, and we are moving up and back again. If this is too much, you can go down here, stepping up and back again. But you can also stay put here. So when we have our dumbbells resting on our shoulders, we're sort of taking a little bit of a balance point away because we're not able to balance, helping with our arms. So that might be a little bit tricky. You're going to use your core muscle a little bit more, but you can also put your dumbbells down to the side. That makes it a little bit more challenging for your upper body, and we're going to use our upper body in the next exercise. So you might want to rest those dumbbells on top of your shoulders. So pushing up, squeezing that standing leg at your glute muscle, pulling it back up again for another 4 seconds. 2, and dumbbells out to the side. You might want to bring your exercise mat. We're going to do a push-up, hands on the floor, feet on the step bench, and we're going to do a push-up. And engaging your core muscle, keeping that chest upwards and that chin in. So you can go for that modification with your knees in, all the way down and pushing up. But you can also stay put here on your toes, all depending on your exercise level. You can go down, put your knees there, and put it up again. So slowly down and up again. And keep the alignment and keep going for another 10 seconds. Make sure that you get that chest all the way down, or else do modifications. Yep. Up for a standing position, ready for that opposite leg that before. So bring your dumbbells and we are standing on the opposite leg. So left leg on and right leg down, pushing up to a knee lift, and again keeping that standing knee on the bench behind your toe, and try to get all the way down. And when you're putting that right leg down on the floor, you still have your heel up. So every time you're moving the knee up, squeezing your glute muscle, or you can do the modification here, you can just stay put and getting better from there. Chest is up. So So it is kind of a challenge of our balance, but that's a good thing. And pushing up, slowly down again. Oops. Keep going. Yep. Dumbbells are where you can see them. We are gonna do high knees, and then we're gonna jump up and down. So the first 30 seconds, we are doing the high knees. So stay put here, and 30 seconds for the high knees. When there is 30 seconds left, we're gonna do a jump up on the bench and back again. So use your arms, and inhale and exhale. Get those knees up and going. And we are ready. 2 and 1. Jumping up and down. Not as steep as a jump squat, just a slightly jump up and down. And you can always stay on the floor and do a little bit, a jump forth and back, or you can always do jogging on the spot. But try to push that heart rate. 3, 2, and 1. Bring your dumbbells, ready for round number 2. Right leg on the step bench. And we are ready for 3 seconds. And let's go. And bring that knee up. Squeezing. And as we go down, we tend to let our ab muscle just do whatever they want to, but try to keep it in a nice, safe position. And helping your back. Keep that chin in. And go all the way down and up again. Or do the modification, tapping on the bench, or stay put with that left leg. 15 seconds. 10 more. Yep, you can do it. Great. Dumbbells to the side. Push up. So put that exercise mat on. Ready for the push up. And we are going slowly down and up again. And remember, you can do the modification, knees on the floor, or you can just turn around and do a push up from here. So lots of possibility. The only thing you don't do is stopping and not doing anything. So keep yourself going one way or the other. And I'm telling you, and I'm promising you, you will get stronger as time goes by. But of course you need to kick in with some time and effort and some sweat on your forehead. And as we're going here, reminding ourselves that the next exercise is going to be a lower body focused exercise. So keep up the good work. And for another 3 seconds, pushing up and putting that exercise mat out to the side. And we are ready with the opposite leg. And so left leg is on and getting into that straight alignment. And let's go. Up we go. So squeezing your glute on your standing left leg, squeezing and going down and lifting up. Slowly down, try to almost touch the step bench with your right leg. Resting your dumbbells on top of those shoulders. Squeezing or putting the arms down for a bit of supporting for that balance. resting your wrists, so don't bending. Just keep your dumbbells on top of your shoulders in a relaxed position for your hands. Yep. Dumbbells where you can see them, ready for the high knees and the jump up for the last 30 seconds. And we are just getting ready. And let's go with those high knees. Or for a modification, you could go up and down, thumbs up or up. The most important thing is that you feel your heart is pumping and reminding yourself that every time you get short of breath, sounding like a train, we are getting in an even better shape, bursting our metabolism. Yep, let's go for the jump, up and down, or stay put with the high knees, or maybe you want to do the jumping on the floor instead. When we're landing here, not forcing your knees in front of your feet, leaning back with that butt, so we are keeping our knees nice and safe. Yes. Dumbbells, our third and final round with this block. So right leg on. Hopefully you can feel your heart beating. And let's go. Our final round with right leg on top of the bench. Pushing it back, lifting up. So as we go down here, make sure that you have a nice tight core area. Pushing that navel in towards your spine. Keeping your chin in. And squeezing that glute as we go up here. Only 20 seconds. And we can do it. The easy part is giving up. The brave part is keep going. Yep. And push up. Feet on the bench. Maybe you want to put your knees on, or maybe you want to turn around and put your hands on the bench. Anyways, we're gonna go squeezing up and try to use a second looking at your elbows. Try to keep them in for a nice triceps push-up instead of being out here. Protecting your shoulders by keeping your arms nice and tight. Pushing up. Helping with your ab core muscle. Squeezing. Focus on the quality. If this is hurting your back, it's time for you to go down on your knees and keep the movement. Yes. Dumbbells, ready for a left leg on the bench. And chest is up. And let's go. Are we squeezing that glute on the standing leg? Yes, we are. All the way down. It's not going to happen by itself. You need to be focused on getting that squeeze in. Not pushing your hip forward, but squeezing that glute area. Up we go. Down again. Oops. focusing, concentrating, feeling every repetition. Yep. Now for the high knees to the jumping on the bench, and then we are well-deserved water. 4, 3, 2, and bring your knees up, shoulders are down, and do those short inhale, exhale. And you can do the modification, leaning back a little bit, makes it easier to get your knees up, ready for the jump, up and down, 2, 1, and let's go. It's nice and easy. Helping with your arms, so as you're jumping up, pushing back. Abs in the game, check. Pelvic floor in the game, check. Knees behind toes, check. Yes. Grab your water, and I hope you feel like you need some water and a little bit of a rest, or else you have to work a bit harder in those working times. The next block we have here, we are going to use our dumbbells. We are going to go up on the bench, right leg, left leg, doing a biceps curl, and stepping back with our right leg, doing a bicep curl. And the next repetition, you are moving up with your left leg and back again with your leg. So you put an even amount of stretch on each leg. And we are still got an alternative between some upper body and some lower body. So let's go for the next one. Yep, let's get those dumbbells, counting down from 10 and stepping up on your right leg. Shoulders are back, and let's go up for that. Bring those dumbbells up, stepping back down on your right leg, and let's go up on our left leg, squatting, stepping down on left leg. Keep the distance between your feet, and up we go, pushing it up, back down again. Squeezing and filling it in both of your arms and your buttocks. So actually this is a full body exercise. So let's go up, squeezing, and up again. And keep that thumb straight in your mouth, getting up on your right leg, back again. Yep. Now we are gonna put our 1 dumbbells, or maybe 2, all depending on how much you have on your dumbbells. We're gonna do a triceps dip, pushing up and down. So let's go. Our elbows are pointing back, and we have slightly bended knees, and our buttocks is close to the bench. Keep going, so you are not putting any pressure on your shoulders. So up we go, back again. And of course you can always do this with no dumbbells at all. So you can do it with, of course, 2 dumbbells. So down and pushing up, squeezing. So it's all about bending and straightening your elbows and engaging your triceps muscles. So to a little bit of a easing off, you can bend your knees, but if you want to work a little bit harder, you're just gonna straighten out your legs pushing it up and down again. 4 seconds. And sitting up on the bench, putting the dumbbell between your knees instead. Leaning back, putting hands on the back of the step bench. A little bit of a flexion in our lower back, and we're gonna put that dumbbell out, sort of like we're gonna grab it with our mouth. So lifting up, slowly down. And try to keep in mind that it is your ab muscle doing the movement, so you should not feel it in your hip area. Try to engage your core muscle to use that area for the lifting. Easy shoulders, just a little bit of support here with our hands, keeping abs nice and tight. Moving up, slowly down. And you can do this exercise with no dumbbell between your knees, or maybe you have a dumbbell which is weighing a little less. Just make sure that you feel it in your ab muscle. Yep, dumbbells out to the side, and we're gonna be standing here with the bends in between our feet, jumping up and down again for 1 minute. Shoulders are back, and let's go. So easy up, slowly down using our arms. And if you're not comfortable using your bench, you could go for a jump squat, in and out. Or maybe you want to go squatting down, up, and back down again. But the best will be if you pick an exercise where you get your heart rate up. So you can do a little bit of each, all depending on your exercise level. Moving arms forth and back. And you can always go faster, a little bit slower. 10 more seconds, no matter what you do. Yes. Dumbbells ready for the first exercise. Squatting up to a biceps curl. Shoulders are back. Stepping out on our right leg. Biceps curl. Stepping back down. Sorry. Up again. Left leg. All the way up. And get that buttocks down into a nice squat. Squeezing. Go back. And you can, of course, always stay put on the floor, doing the squat and the biceps curl. And you can alternative between the different opportunities. Yep, very close. Stepping back, and let's go with that one dumbbell for the triceps dip. So resting here, hands on the edge closest to you, and moving down, up again. Bending, boo, stretching, feel that triceps every repetition. And maybe you need to stay up here for a short while just to feel that muscle-mind connection into our triceps. Some muscles are more lazier than other ones, and we need to pay a little bit more attention to get them working. Squeezing, feeling it, pushing up. Make sure you have your buttocks close to the edge of the bench, and you can always go with a straight knees or bend them for modification. Or you can leave the dumbbell. 5 more seconds. And sitting up on our bench and put your dumbbell in between your knees. Putting hands on the edge at the back of the bench, leaning back, and off we go. So pushing it up slowly down. Bring those knees up by pushing and pulling with your ab muscle. Chin is down, so you're not hanging with your head. And make sure you don't think about anything else than this area. So moving nice and tight movement. It doesn't matter how many repetitions you do, but you should feel every single one you do. Pulling it up, back again. 10 more seconds. Don't stop, leave the dumbbell, or just keep going. 3 more seconds. Feel your way. Great. Now for the one single pulse. Remember to put the dumbbells out so you're not trembling over them. And ready for the pulse exercise. 1 out of the 3. So this should keep you in a mental mind where you tell yourself, I only have one where I'm gonna push that heart rate up even more. Of course you get your heart rate up doing the strength focused exercise, but just even more when you do the pulse exercises. So bring it up, do some jogging on the spot, or keep just along with me. Inhale and exhale. So pushing it now so you can benefit it of when you are able to run up the stairs or at your work. Just run after the bus or whatever it takes. Makes it better and easier for a happy daily life when you are in a good shape. Yeps. Ready for the first exercise, our third and final round, squat and biceps curl. Yep, so of course we can do it. No worries. Shoulders are back, stepping up. And stepping back down again. Opposite leg. And make sure that you keep that chin in. So when you do the squatting and biceps curl, don't do this. Keep it in here for a straight alignment. And bring it up, bring it down, knowing that this is our final round with the squat and the biceps curl. You should get affected on your breathing by now, because we're almost engaging every single muscle in our body. And here we are. One dumbbell for the triceps dip. Hands on the edge closest to you. And buttocks close to the bench. So make a good position with your hands, not turning out, but fingers are pointing towards your feet. Slowly down, up again. So have a nice little look at your elbows bending and straightening, so you're not going up and down here. So pushing it. Not that I could imagine you would do that, but just making sure. So you know this is your final round of this exercise, and if you don't feel a thing, keep in mind with the muscle mind connection. Bring another dumbbell, straighten your knees. Lots of possibilities. You have your time frame, and you're just gonna work as hard as possible. Let's go for 7 more seconds. Pushing it up, bring it down again. 2 and 1. Yep, up sitting here. Dumbbells between your knees. Leaning back as we are engaging our core muscle, hands on the back of the bench. Bring it up, bring it down. So try avoiding pushing your chest forward here. Just a slight flexion in your lower body. Not in your lower body, your lower back, of course. Chin is in. And if you feel sore in your lower back, drop the dumbbell and keep going. You will get stronger. "20 more seconds in heaven." If we just imagine that, we will feel that we are in heaven right now. 10 more seconds, one exercise to go before we have a little break. 2 and 1. Yep. Let's go for the pulse exercise. And chest is up. Ready, engaging your pelvic floor. And let's do this up and down. So I like to inhale as I'm jumping up, exhaling as I'm jumping down. But try to find a way that is working for you. With only 38 seconds being left, ask yourself, are you short of breath or not? If not, keep it going a little bit more. And if you almost feel like you are trembling because you're working so hard, then you are right where you should be. 15 seconds. Let's go. Water and a little break. 4 seconds. Yes. Good job. Water is coming up. And one final block. So in the final third block, we are going to do some chest press lying on our back. You might want to bring your exercise mat for that one. Then we're going to do some sitting triceps kickback where we are leaning back and forward and just staying here with our dumbbells, pushing back and forth again. Then we're going to do a frog lift lying on our stomach, and we're going to do some tapping on the bench for the pulse exercise. Don't worry, I will show you in the rest period. So bring your exercise mat and put it on top of the bench, and we are lying down with those dumbbells, and we are just gonna bring those weights and we're gonna push up and bring it down again. And there's different kind of possibilities here. As always, you can go, all depending on your dumbbells, you can go a little bit wider opening for a little bit more of a challenge, or you can push it straight up and down again, all targeting your chest area. So still working for that 1 minute and 15 seconds for the next exercise. So chest, triceps, glutes, and pulse. Oh my God, could that be better? No. So let's go. Our third and final block. Lying down, bring those dumbbells. Keep your head in the bench. Maybe you want to bring those knees up for resting position for your lower back. Anyways, we are gonna push it right up and right down. Or you can go a little bit further out doing a wider chest press. And you can always, of course, do a little bit of each. So pushing it up And you can always push your lower back down as you're straightening your arms for a little bit of ab work here. So as you straighten your arms, you are pushing your lower back down, or you could just stay put here, or maybe it's more comfortable for you to put your feet down on the ground. Look after that your right and left arm are working similar. Bring it up, chin is in, supporting your neck and pushing it up, bring it down. Yep, sitting up for that triceps kickback, leaning forward but with a straight back, not rounded up and looking proud. And let's go, kick back, front and back. So as we go back here, we are squeezing our triceps. Bring your arms forward again. So we are sitting down because then we are making sure that we're not using anything else that our upper body not helping with our lower body. Pushing it back. It feels uncomfortable sitting down here. Maybe it's hard for you to keep that chest up. Then just go up to a standing position and keep moving. And we only have 22 seconds left before we are turning in the next exercise into a glute focused exercise. Feeling every repetition. So maybe you want to stay here for a short period of time so you can feel your triceps, the back of your arms. And dumbbells down to the side. Lying down on top of your bench, and we are putting hands in front, feet close packed together, moving up and down again. And before we do the lift and the hip extension, make sure that you have engaged your core muscle, looking down, squeezing. And a good advice is that every time you're moving your feet upwards and squeezing your glute muscle, you are connecting with your pelvic floor. So do that as well. Looking down, man or woman, doesn't matter, we all have a pelvic floor. And I do know not a lot of people are mentioning that pelvic floor. And at some point you are, of course, engaging it without knowing, but you might as well get that muscle-mind connection to your pelvic floor as well. As time goes by, we tend to get a little bit weak in that pelvic floor. So prevented is a lot easier. So bring it up, squeezing slowly down and up again. Chin is in, relaxing your neck. Yep, off for that straight position here and do the tapping on the bench. If it feels more comfortable, just move the exercise mat a little bit out of the way. So tapping up, using our arms. You can always go further up here. And if you don't want to use the bench, you can just do, of course, tapping. So using the bench, make sure that we get our feet lifted up a bit more. Try to look after for your neck, not letting it hang, moving backwards. Keep that chin in. And it might feel a little bit silly that I keep mentioning that neck, but that is because as a physiotherapist, I see people with neck issue. I'm telling you, you don't want to go there. Avoid it, prevent it, and work out as safe as possible. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and back on your back for the first exercise, the chest press, and lying down, head on the bench, and let's go. Pushing up, slowly down, and get a rhythm in that breathing. Don't take your breathing for granted. A lot of people don't think about it, and it's the most important in our life, the good And good, yeah, the good breathing is very important. So inhaling, exhaling, get some energy in to keep going. Pushing it up and down. Engaging your core muscle. And you might think, yeah, I know, and Kristen, you told me a lot of times. Yep, and I will keep going, telling you because I tend to forget. And I bet you tend to forget sometimes. And it might as well do it as close as 100% than possible. That is possible. Chest is up, ready for the kickback, and engaging your core muscle, pushing it back. And so you're sitting here and you might think, why should I focus on my core area when I'm doing a triceps kickback? Just because, of course, you can, and because you're keeping yourself in a safe, nice alignment, and you might as well use that area as well when it's possible. So when YouTube is great, you can do a lot of great workouts at home, but sometimes you don't have the guiding back there at home, no instructor to yell at you. So telling you and just getting yourself all winded up in focusing what's next to do, you might forget it along the way, and that is why I keep telling you to be focused and do it with the best possible quality. Yep, enough talking right now, 4 seconds, and 2, and leave those dumbbells down, lying down on our stomach for the frog lift. And lie down here, pushing hands against the bench and bring it up, down. If it feels more comfortable doing it with your legs straight, then you could do that, and you could always, of course, go with single leg. Squeezing. And if you feel a stress on your lower back, make sure you do the core engagement, and of course you can go a little bit less into the range of motion. That's always a possibility. Do the same exercise, but less range of motion. And you will go stronger by time. Feel that glute area connecting every time along with your pelvic floor. Up for a standing position, ready for the tapping on the bench. Shoulders are back, 4 seconds, and only 1 more round. Lifting up, using arms. Tapping, tapping, tapping. And you can move those arms a bit further up. And of course you could go faster with your feet. Again, back to that time frame. You have yours, I have mine. You could do different kind of possibilities here. And I feel like, oh my God, I'm gonna puke. Go down here and keep it moving. So hands up over your shoulder level is getting your heart raised a bit higher. And of course that is what we are aiming for here. 5 more seconds, you can do it. And let's go for a final round in our final block. So keep smiling. Lying down. Hoops. And pushing up and slowly down. Squeezing your chest muscle and your triceps, and maybe you want to connect with your ab muscle as well. pushing it up, slowly down. It is our third and final time. Inhale, exhale. So if dumbbells a little bit too light, go in a wider position, then it gets immediately a bit harder. Or you can just work on the speed, as long as it doesn't affect your quality of the movement. Yep, sitting position, triceps, kick back, and chest is up, shoulders are down, and 3 more seconds, and pushing it back. Get that chest up, chin in. So I always try to do, making my workouts for you to get stronger and not breaking yourself down. So doing different kind of alignments and different kind of exercising every time I do a workout. Sometimes it's great to challenge ourselves doing all upper body focused exercises, sometimes lower body, but also do the full body exercises where we alternative between upper body, core, and lower body exercises. That's a good thing about working out. Do different kind of variation for you to challenge yourself. Kick back, squeezing. Yeps. And we are going for the frog lift. Dumbbells down, turning around, lying down, pushing towards your edge of the bench, easing off your neck, squeezing. Don't go down with those knees before you got that connection with your glute muscle. I'm telling you, because sometimes when you work out, your thoughts are just wandering off, and at suddenly at one point you find yourself thinking about what is for breakfast or dinner. Nah, don't do that. Keep your mind into your work. It's your point of the day where you are focusing completely on yourself. And when you're in a better shape, you can be a lot better version of yourself. Squeezing. And pushing slowly down. Up on our feet for that tapping. Final exercise. And easing your shoulders off, and let's go. Let's hit it here. 1 minute. Easy peasy. Or actually, shouldn't be easy peasy. Pushing yourself, but do it as good as possible. Arms are coming up. Like, yeah, we almost there. We did it. Tapping. Or tapping on the floor. Or maybe you want to do your favorite dance movement. It doesn't matter as long as you're getting short of breath. 20 small, few little seconds, which have turned into 15 and 10. So close. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, and yes, we did it. Timer for a stop. Yeps. Great job. I bet you did your best. So, feeling a bit short of breath by now. Great. That is helping you getting in a better shape and bursting that metabolism, kicking off some more calories. So keep in mind, keep that muscle tissue. It's a lot more expensive to have to providing and using calories in your daily life, that fat tissue. And besides that, it's a lot better for your joints and for your alignment. Yep, thank you for joining me. And hit the subscribe button, that will make me happy. And until I see you next time, I will, of course, I always forget, put a link on top and below this session for you to do some stretching. And until then, I just hope that you will stay happy and healthy and stay strong. Take good care. Bye.